we're here. We're totally here. There's just, there's a few things we have to do to get ready. Like, we're going to go to the game here. We're going to play Moonlighter, and I need to update it in the Twitch app.
Chat, what's your problem with our overlay now? Somebody's saying, fix your overlay or get rid of it.
Oh, you know what? When we switched back over for the new way that we do subscribers and whatnot, it has like a little like load time. So every once in a while, a little orange thing pops up, but it's fine.
Okay. Well, the normal tips aren't going in the tip box anymore, though. Right?
I know. And that was something I'm going to take care of, but now we're moving over to a new computer.
And
So wait till we get the new computer. I promise you I will take care of everything. So everything's just a little, timey-wimey.
We had to move the tip notification because the old one, it's like a different tip thing, and that's not working anymore, and it's using the same thing that it uses for bits, and the bits of the animated things, so they need to be in that corner. They show up better.
Pretty much. I'm just
gonna blame bits, basically.
I'm gonna just muck with the overlay. We're gonna take the subscriber thing and we're gonna move it over next to the gameplay, and then instead of having a tips jar, we're just gonna have the tips and the bits show up in the same space.
Yeah.
So I'll fix everything, but we have to wait till we get a new computer. And boom, there we go.
Chat, the Sybil Shepherd Bruce Willis TV show was Moonlighting.
Moonlighting. And while I'd love to kind of make a reference to Moonlighting, who remembers that except for you old men? Although I watched Moonlighting too as a young boy. I watched the reruns and quite enjoyed it. Get rid of the overlay. Yep, definitely going to happen. I'm going to make it bigger, you fucks. You just wait. I'm going to make it bigger.
I had to make it smaller. I had to make it smaller.
I like this version.
Yeah.
I think this version works.
Yeah.
This works a lot better. The V1
I know.
of the overlay was a little much, but I think this version works great. So
I was not a big overlay fan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind this version.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that's great. So this is Moonlighter. Oh, good. Cloud save worked. And Moonlighter is it's a simple yet interesting game where it's two...
Pixels sucks.
You're right. No, you're absolutely right. Let's play Injustice 2 and crash the computer again. Just crash it. Let's be done with everything. Fuck it.
All pixels suck. Change your overlay. Sucks.
Breen is God says, wait, Jack admits the first one was too much. After seeing the second one, I agree that the first one was a little much. Which is how it works sometimes. You refine, you move on, you move forward. Okay, so this game is two halves. One half is you run a shop. And your shop is the shop that all adventurers go to on their quest. They pick up items. They that's how you earn money in the game, right? But where do you get the items? Well, at night, you got to go to the dungeons and get items to sell in your shop.
Do you take the items off of the dead adventurers?
Sometimes. Yes, you do. You run into like skeletons that you have to desecrate to take items from, right? So that's where you get Moonlighter. You moonlight as an adventurer while you spend your days in the shop, and it's adorable, and it has a really simple and pleasant, positive feedback loop, and I really like it. So right now, actually, I don't think I have any. Yeah, I got 5 sticks. I got nothing. This is the upgraded shop. At first, you just start with 1 table with 4 squares. I got an upgraded shop, so I get 8 places to sell stuff, and I got a nice sale bin. I can just get rid of some garbage in there. Hold on, we got to move some stuff here. We're gonna move these sticks over here. There's a couple things I'm working towards right now. Let me just show you here. So, obviously, there's one of the neat. Well, we'll get into selling. I got to go to the dungeon and get more crap. There's just a lot of neat stuff about this game. I've just been really enjoying it. It's what I've been playing lately. So okay.
All right. So how does this work? How does this work from the get go?
Right.
It's okay. So it's night. So now it's your time to go to the dungeon.
Right. And so this is the town. This is where my shop is. You can make upgrades to your shop and upgrade to the town here. Like for example, I have a blacksmith, so I can get new weapons. There's a potion lady over here, so I can get new potions. So like right now, I have a sword and a shield. And for some reason, I'm absolutely in love with that shield animation. It's just something very visceral about that.
Is there a character creator, or you just play as like an old man?
You just play as this person. I don't know if they're an old man or not. And I also have a bow and arrow. But currently, I am working towards getting. I want a spear, and I want some training gloves, and I want a fabric, and so it gives you the list of things that you need.
You want to sell these things?
No, I want to buy these things for better adventuring. So the stuff on the right is the stuff I'm looking for. I'm looking for those pipes. Actually, just pipes and cloth is all I need right now. So let's go to the dungeon, and I'll show you how the dungeon works. Got a cute little town there, right on the edge of the dungeon. The dungeon comes in 4 stages. But right now, only one stage is accessible to me. The Golem Dungeon, which is available to merchants and heroes. Once you get onto stage 2, it says the Desert Dungeon only for heroes.
Okay.
See, I'm not a hero. I'm just a merchant. So the dungeons are all procedurally generated. So every time you go in them, it's different. And another thing.
Totally Racketeer. Except without any cuteness.
I don't know what Racketeer is. So.
It's another game where you run a shop.
Oh, okay.
I haven't gotten very far in it. I haven't played it much.
Oh, okay.
I haven't.
Well, does Racketeer also have dungeoning?
It might.
Okay. Because I'll tell you, that is a big draw for me here. There we go. I can, I just got my bow and arrow, so I can kind of wreck things right now. Wreck things in a good way. Those guys used to be a big pain in the ass, and now they're not.
How much are those arrows costing you?
Nothing, infinity. Arrows.
What?
Infinite arrows.
What kind of fucking merchant sim is this?
Well, it's a little bit of both, is what it is. Stardew Isaac? Yeah, a little Stardew Isaac.
They should go with the fucking theme, man. Those arrows should have a fucking cost.
Ooh. By the way, that would drastically change how I use the bow and arrow. That would. Drastic. Okay, so here's my backpack, right? We got our backpack, and you just fill up your backpack with shit. I'm already starting to fill it up with shit. Oh, some tubes that I need. But then you have weird items like this. So this item says it must be placed at the top or bottom of the bag. So that's easy. This one too. And then later the items get more and more picky about where they must be placed. Ah, fucking goo. Fucking goo. Oh, great. I need that. And I need that. Nice. We're getting all the... Oh, what is that? See that thing to the left there? I have never run into something like that before.
Okay, there's subs here. How do we get to the tips? Where are the
They're
tips? Are they mixed in?
Yeah, they're mixed in. And we should get bits in there too.
Oh my god.
So you just gotta go past the subs and get to the stuff that you want.
Where on earth did we leave off?
What is this place? I'm in a forest.
So we don't have to do subs at the end of the stream anymore. With this, we can go them as we do the tips.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. If you want.
That's up to you.
What does the chat want? Does the chat want us to do reading off subs as we go, or should we save that till the end?
like the old days. I don't know. That's, you know, I fear change, obviously. But I suppose if we wanted to, we could do subs as we go. With our newfound Streamlabs power.
You like subs at the end? We keep doing it that way. That's fine. That's fine.
Subs at the end does have a little bit of charm.
All right, I don't remember reading this one, so I'll start here. Doobie Sandwich says, now that you're using Streamlabs for tips,
Yeah.
do you plan to update your stream overlay? Also, Ricardo, I respect your opinion about Solo, and you as a human being. I just thought you should know that. Please don't delete your Instagram account.
Oh yeah, did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Mean people being mean, man.
Yeah.
Bunch of dickheads being dickheads.
Wow. Thank you for your tip. And you are going to change the overlay.
Yeah, I'm gonna change the overlay. And it's gonna be a very simple change. It's gonna be a very easy change, where just, you know, move one thing over. Healing pool. There we go.
Captain President says, to RLM and friends, just know that if life gets you down or things start looking bad, there's a community of people that support you. Think y'all are great and wish you the best. Some of us aren't even weird.
What? First of all, I don't believe you.
Anyway, Rich, are you related to Chris Evans? Why would anybody think that? Why would anybody think that?
Because you have a similar last name? I mean...
Use a similar common last name?
Right.
Yeah. No. The answer is no. I mean, everyone's related, really, in the grand scheme of things. But in any way that somebody would consider us related, no.
We're all the same star stuff, man. We're all made of the same star stuff.
We're all cousins.
Everybody.
We're all evolved from the same shit.
It's true, man. It's true. It's just like one big dysfunctional family. It's great, man.
Does that mean it's incest when I fuck sheep? Says somebody in the chat who I will leave unnamed. Technically, yes. Technically, yes.
Sure. Sheep fucking? That's where we're going with this? It's great.
Yes.
It's great. You know what? It's great.
Anonymous says, hey, Rich. Thought you'd be interested to know Johnny Knoxville was used as inspiration for two of your favorite game characters. No More Heroes' Travis Touchdown. Can totally see it. And Uncharted's Nathan Drake. Makes less sense than Ryan's Babe. Yeah, that makes absolutely no sense to me. To the point where I think that Nathan Drake is based off of Johnny Knoxville. Which is absolutely not the case.
Oh, Nathan Drake is generic action man.
I'd say he's based off of Chris Pratt, but Nathan Drake kind of predates the popularity of Chris Pratt. So
by a long shot. Yeah. Ooh, there you go. Nathan Drake was Nathan Fillion. Yes. That is a fine comparison right there.
True Blue Review says, Jack.
Yes.
Your Firewatch shirt reminded me to ask you, how's your graphic tee collection coming along?
Do you mean like the shirts that I wear?
Yeah, TEE. So yes, not like TEA.
Right.
Right.
I mean, obviously, I have a lot of graphic tees.
Would you call it a collection?
It's a wardrobe, like. Yeah. I suppose, Rich. Technically speaking, yes, it's a collection. But it's also just all the shirts I have. I've picked up some really cool ones the other day. I'm really excited about them.
All right.
They're really neat. They haven't come in the mail yet though. And I find Fan Gamer.
Yeah.
Fan Gamer is a really great website. That's where I got my Risk of Rain T-shirt. They had back in stock for a little bit an FTL T-shirt that I've wanted for a while.
Nice.
It's a big kestrel, and it looks really cool. So I just got that, so pretty excited. A couple new shirts coming in the mail. I should check on the shipping on that, make sure they came to me. I got to keep my shirts fresh now that it's become a bit of a thing. Me and the shirts, which I'm totally okay with.
Do these disappear after a while? Do these go off into the under? Are we gonna potentially miss some?
Do they?
That one I just read is now like right at the fucking bottom of everything.
Apparently they do. So
Is Destroyer says my username is pronounced IS Destroyer.
Oh.
Says, hey guys.
Hi.
Just wanted to say that the latest Best of the Worst was one of the funniest you have all done. Thanks for the entertainment. You're welcome.
I agree. That was a great time. That was a great time.
Moosker says, at a recent midnight movie, I saw a trailer for a Western which had an unlikely cast. Sir Sidney Poitier, Harry Belafonte, and Cameron Mitchell. Ever have any When Worlds Collide moments when Best of the Worst faves show up in classier films? Not really. We kind of understand that a lot of the celebrities who show up in Best of the Worst films are having a downturn in their career. It's not really shocking that some of them have been in better things.
Yeah. They're usually like, you have to assume that they're a draw for a reason, right? Mm-hmm. Damn it. I pushed my luck, Rich.
I'm sorry, Jack.
Pushed my luck and I died.
That's your goddamn fault, not mine.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know the situation. I got some rods. Maybe I can get some shit now. Well, oh, this is terrible. I got nothing to sell. Well, I mean, I have stuff to sell. So, one of the neat things about running your shop is you get to set the price, right? Mm-hmm. But the way you determine the price is a customer looks at it and is either, exceedingly happy with the price, that one way to the left with the golden eyes, or... and if they're exceedingly happy with the price, they'll buy it. Or on the other side of the spectrum is the one where it has like little sweat marks on the head. And that means that it's so expensive that they won't buy it.
Right.
And the two in the middle, one they'll be happy with the price and they'll buy it. One they aren't happy with the price, but they'll still buy it. No, they'll still buy it. Okay. They just won't be happy. And then the popularity of the item goes down, so less people want it in the long run. Okay. So part of your shop is figuring out what it is, how much people will pay for certain objects. These I think I already have figured out. Yeah. Vase. Whoa. I don't get to sell a lot because I dropped all my shit.
Is there competition in town?
Not yet, but I'm still pretty early in the game.
There should be. There should be.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna open the shop and we're gonna sell the 4 items that we have here.
Valiant Bloodshot says, will you guys be seeing the documentary Won't You Be My Neighbor, which is about Fred Rogers of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? It looks like something uplifting in this dark world we live in right now. I'm pretty sure Karen wants to see it, so I'll probably end up seeing it.
Yeah, it looks neat. This kid's gonna steal my shit.
Cactus Mutt says, noticing as I get older, my nose hairs are getting thicker. Looking forward to growing older with you fine folks. I hear prune juice is a warrior's drink. Ah, reference. I get reference. I don't know that Jack does.
Apparently I don't.
Ah, prune juice. A warrior's drink. Worf says that about prune juice. When Guinan gives him prune juice in TNG.
Did Guinan call it a warrior's drink? Or?
No, Worf did.
Well, there you go.
It's a cute moment.
Okay. Alright, I've sold all my shit. Now I'm going to close up shop because I don't have any shit to sell. Get out of it. Get out of here. Ding dongs. Ugh, what a waste.
James Jamington says, here's $5 towards the Overruled Rich Fund. I would love to see a Viscera cleanup episode. Oh, jeez. Oh, Jesus, fuck. Jesus fucking fuck.
Yeah. You know, Ooh. That's pretty nice.
Baritone says, hey Rich, hey Jack.
Hi.
I've heard on stream that neither of you are into sports. That's not entirely true.
Rich likes baseball.
I love the baseball. Esports like Overwatch League are gaining more followers and are constantly raising money for prize pools. Money and prize pools. Are either of you more likely to be interested in any esport? I watched some competitive Rocket League, and outside of just making me feel ashamed to play Rocket League, that was fun to watch. But like, I also tried watching Counter-Strike once, and nah. That was boring.
That's fair. Yeah, I've seen some competitive Overwatch matches, as that is my game of choice, and it's all fine. I guess like I don't know. I've had more fun watching competitive TF2 back in the day.
Yeah.
There were some like, I want to say there were some like charity events where like a bunch of, really great TF2 players played some rounds together, and there was some really great color commentary and people who knew how to cast it right.
Yeah.
And those games tend to last a little bit longer than Overwatch games. Overwatch games go by a little quicker. And so I had a lot of fun watching competitive Overwatch back in the day. And that's about it. I don't care about esports either.
Okay. Why feel shame in reference to watching Rocket League esports?
Yeah.
Because people who are professionally good at Rocket League are really insanely fucking good, and they do some shit with that rocket booster and bounces and angles that is fucking jaw-dropping.
Right? Like, have you ever played a Rocket League match where just one person on the other team, or on your team, I guess, is doing all of the air tricks and balancing the balls and just scoring all the goals? And it gets to that point where, like, why am I even... Why am I playing this? Why am I trying? You just do your thing, man.
So that's why.
Yeah. No disrespect to esports, but yeah, I'd rather be playing. Come here. Yeah. Dumb grass. We don't need no grass. Stop it. See, like here, look. See the skeleton?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't have anything inside him this time, but that's a fallen adventure.
Okay. Okay.
Oh. Ooh, I found a downside to my spear already. Oh no, it still works.
Tired Sad says, "Hey guys.
Hi.
Is there a joke or one-liner you've mentioned in a show that wouldn't fly anymore if you said them again?" I don't know.
We could probably never say, now back to 9/11.
Well, you just did.
Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit!
And now back to 9/11.
Well, I was just saying we probably couldn't say it just because the joke's already been done, and so, like, then it's just a bad joke at that point.
Van Dorbston says, "Needed to take some sick days off from work and have a messed up sleep rhythm right now. At least I get to watch the stream live, which usually doesn't work for me. Keep it up, for laughter is the best medicine." We'll do. The one thing this does, the one thing this program does I don't like,
Yeah,
is it cuts off words in mid word.
yes, it does that, like, auto formatting where like it'll say like together, but then it'll go together.
Yeah.
It doesn't indicate that it's
The import or tense.
yes. Agreed. I am sure there is a solution to that problem. That has not been my priority lately.
Yug1 YGG says, "Here is $6 for anything but Viscera Cleanup Fund. My recommendation, Vampire."
A lot of people want to see a vampire something. I don't know what vampire is. I'm not up on what vampire is. I've never heard of vampire outside of you people asking us to play it, so I'm immediately skeptical. So how about that?
Okay.
I am immediately skeptical because you guys want us to play it.
I know very little about it. So it seems like you're mostly dungeoning and you're not really doing that much.
Well, last time I died in the dungeon, and when you die, so you have your backpack and then you have all the items on you. When you die, you lose everything in your backpack.
Okay.
And so unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of things to sell my last time.
Okay.
And of course, I do prefer the dungeoning. So I'm going to be spending a little more time in the dungeon. I pushed it a little too far last time. And dungeoned too hard.
Should play Curse of the Moon or any Castlevania game.
You know, I guess Castlevania was never really my thing.
I liked it when I was a kid.
So...
But I took a look at that.
Yeah.
It's the game I'm thinking about. It just exactly looks like Castlevania.
Yeah.
I guess that's fine. It's not super exciting, though.
Oh, there. Yeah. Yeah.
Lloyd Beat says, "Jack,
I'm Jack.
Given that you like Viscera Cleanup, have you checked out House Flippers? Talked about it earlier. It's a game where you buy dumpy houses and painstakingly fix them up, doing everything from sweeping, painting, to installing faucets and stuff. It's on Steam."
It does. It looks right up my alley. Might make it for a good first 4 hours of. We could probably get a little comedy out of that. From what I've heard, though, is that it's more house decorating and less cleanup. Like, you can clean up, but it's not like, Viscera had this like in-depth cleanup system where you would leave bloody footprints if you walked in them.
Yeah.
Here apparently there's a garbage zapper and you just have to zap all the garbage, and it's like it's not as
simpler, dumbed down.
It's dumbed down cleaning up, so it's not as visceral. It's not as in depth. Like I would love it, but like if you actually like if let's say that the house was a mess, right?
Yeah.
And it had like old crusty furniture. Like if you had to like pick up the crusty furniture and move it outside of the house into a dumpster, that would be hilarious.
What if you couldn't fit it out the door?
Exactly. Could you imagine?
And you had to cut it up.
And you had to cut it up, or you scuffed up the walls because you were bumping it against the walls. That would be great. That would be so fucking great.
But you can just zap it.
You just zap it, yeah. And so it might actually not be my thing because it's a little simpler, but it looks interesting. Nope.
Jack doesn't like cleaning games that are too casual. It's true. Jack only likes the hardcore cleaning games. What happened to Shaq Fu? Just nothing wrong with it. Just we had enough. We saw what it was, and you wanted to play this.
I did.
What's wrong?
Oh, I got here. I don't know what this is.
Oh, okay.
I fell down a thing, and I got here, and I don't know what this is.
What is that thing?
This is an open chest, but there's nothing in it.
Was it mediocre? Kind of. It wasn't hot garbage.
It was Shaq Fu.
Yeah, it was Shaq Fu. It's haha, it's Shaq Fu, and
we got
that cute.
We got an hour out of it. Like
that was the plan.
Yeah.
Everyone can make the Juicy Shaq meat references.
Yeah. And I'm gonna put something in here that I know isn't worth a lot of money, and just see what happens. All right.
Are we done with Slay the Spire? Yes, we've vowed never to play it ever again. A solemn vow.
Ever.
What happened?
That was awesome.
What happened?
I just wasted it, Rich. That was a teleport. I could have put anything in that chest, and it would have teleported to my chest at home. And I just put 3 cheapo things in there.
Oh, okay.
So I could have completely emptied my backpack, had it go home, and then grabbed a whole shit ton more stuff.
I'm sorry. So you have limited space in your backpack.
Yes. But now I know what it is, so it's okay.
So this is like Stardew Valley mining.
Yes.
Why don't you just leave?
Because I want to kill that thing to see if it gives me any treasure.
It didn't, did it?
Nope. Oh. Apparently some of these things, you can fall down them, and there's stuff in them. Like, what's over here, I wonder? Nothing.
Cheese Dick 2 says, greetings from Mackinac City, Michigan.
Great.
Greetings.
Thanks, Cheese Dick. 2.
Combat looks better than Stardew. Well, yeah, but you don't really play Stardew for the combat. I'm kind of annoyed it's there in Stardew, honestly.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate the mines. So with the day and night cycle, is there a time limit for you being in this dungeon?
I don't know. That, I think, is a really great question. I know... Here's what I know. If you spend too much time in the dungeon, Every once in a while, a creepy little eyeball will show up in the lower left-hand corner.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it means, though. As I'm the type of person that I like to kind of discover things naturally, like I just did with that other thing. Ooh.
Oh, God, don't talk about Stardew Valley again. Why not?
Fuck off.
Why not?
How about that?
You know what? We like things you don't like. I'm almost sure you like things I don't like.
Mm-hmm. Lay off. Nope. You know, Stardew Valley is a good game. That's just something you gotta get used to.
We like things Rich hates. Good games. So, you found objectively good games? Completely free of opinion? They found an objectively good game.
That's great.
Supposedly, I guess everyone would like. But I don't like it. So how can it be an objectively good game?
Right. There's the flaw, people.
I don't...
Oh, no!
I know you were probably joking. I know. Relax. We're all good, man. We're all good.
What is it with streaming a game and then sucking at it?
I don't know. It happens. It's happened to me more than once.
I know. Also, I'm getting to the point in the dungeons where it's getting a little harder, but I feel like I was doing really good at this game before I started streaming it. I was in a good flow, but now everything's just a little. I pushed it too far. Oh, now I got nothing to sell again. God dang you. Oh wait, I got more things. Maybe I can get another. Yeah, I can get another thing. I got more things. Maybe I can get another thing. That's a thing I just said. Everything's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Come over here. We're gonna put this stuff in the thing. There. Go in here. Go in here.
Someone in the chat said, Jack, the tutorial was super easy. Why is it so hard now?
Right?
They're throwing some shade on you, Jack.
That's fine. Throw it. Throw all of it. I deserve it.
Giant lampshade.
I deserve it. I deserve it. I'm sucking. I had a really decent haul, and I should have stopped. I should have stopped, but I didn't stop. It was my fault. I knew it. I knew it going into that dungeon that I should have gone into that room. I was like, I'm almost out of space. I should stop while I got a good haul. Because now, like, I don't get to show off any of the fun running your shop stuff because I only have 3 items to sell, you know?
Yeah. What you wonk in the chat says, Rich, you sometimes wear a White Sox hat. Do you really watch baseball, or is it just a hat? No, I am fond of the baseball. I haven't been watching too much White Sox lately. For one, they don't really air the White Sox up in Milwaukee.
Not very often.
So it's not something I really can watch that much. And two, they're doing so terrible this year, I wouldn't be watching them anyway.
Ooh, snap.
Dang it. It's gonna be a long rebuilding period. Nice long rebuilding period.
Mm-hmm.
But I've enjoyed going to minor league games. Minor league games are more fun because you get really good seats for cheap.
Red.
So you're a Fairweather fan? Oh, I'm rooting for them. I'm just not watching them right now. I'm a fan. I'm not a masochist.
You know what's up.
How cheap are we talking? Well, I mean, it's hard for me to say because every team's going to be different. They're probably going to have different prices, but this is a little independent league team I used to go to all the time when I was in the Chicagoland area, the Windy City Thunderbolts. Front row seats behind home plate, like $8 at the time.
That's pretty dang cheap. Pretty dang cheap right there. Easy peasy.
That's not going to be the same for every minor league or independent team, but in general, your tickets are going to be dirt cheap.
Oh, especially compared to Major League. Oh, yeah, we've read that before. Like, especially if you compare them to your local Major League ticket prices, yeah, it's not even gonna be close.
Like, close enough, and stadium's small enough, so there's not too much noise pollution. If you wanted to heckle a player on the opposing team, they would hear it, and I got shot more than a few dirty looks.
See that
you're getting under their skin when they turn and glare at you.
And see that to me is the only heckling that should be allowed, right? It only counts as heckling if the player can clearly hear you and spot you, like, because then you're heckling with a purpose.
Len Flack Azinski says, one thing I loved about Lord of the Rings is Peter Jackson still had one foot in the horror movie world. All the orc designs look like horror movie monsters, and they look amazing.
Yeah.
Jack, what's your favorite miniature from the movies? From DC. I thought they were talking about comics. From DC. Am a hockey fan. Go Caps.
Oh. There might be some hockey.
I thought they switched topics to like comics.
What's your favorite DC?
From DC Comics.
Oh, sure.
What?
My favorite miniature? I don't know if I exactly have one. I've always loved the look of the Wraith Tower. If you remember in Fellowship of the Rings when they just met Strider. Mm-hmm. And they go up to that like plateau in the middle of the woods that has all the ancient ruins in it, and that's where all the wraiths meet them and stab Frodo. Do you remember that part?
No, I don't remember any of the movies. They're all a blur.
Great. I don't think it was actually a miniature. I just thought it was one of the coolest looking locations because it had these like very distinct looking ruins, and it was this plateau out of nowhere, and I always liked the look of that. But I won't know the name of it because I don't have that kind of memory where I remember like the names of things. Yeah. I'm sure that has a very specific name in the books or in the movie, right?
I'm sure it does. You're talking to the wrong person.
Right, exactly.
Specific name of Lord of the Rings.
So it's to me that's my favorite part. If you have the by the way, speaking of the orcs, they have an entire featurette in the extended editions dedicated to all of the different orc designs and like how they wanted the orcs to look and just here's like 20 sketches.
They all look like brown goop monsters.
Oh, they're very distinct. They're very distinct, but they went through several different iterations of what they wanted the orcs to look like.
They look like brown Nosferatus or something.
A little Nosferatu-y, but they're great. My favorite Peter Jackson-y thing in The Lord of the Rings is in Return of the King, when after Aragorn and Gimli and Legolas talk to the army of ghosts, they get kicked out of the mountain on a waterfall of skulls. It's just like hundreds of thousands of human skulls start raining down on them, and they're like swimming through a mountain of skulls. It's the greatest. I always thought that was a very Peter Jackson thing.
Burger King Diamond says greetings.
Greetings.
Recently, I've been binge watching the original Dark Shadows on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
I greatly enjoy it, both ironically and non-ironically. Have you ever watched it? If so, what are your thoughts? I never really watched it. Do you even know what it is?
Dark Shadow?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't.
70s. And actually, I think it had a revival in the 90s that was short-lived. But a soap opera about a vampire. Basically a Dracula-themed soap opera.
Yes. Wasn't that... I think I've seen a couple episodes of that. Wasn't that very black box television where like all the backgrounds were just black backdrops?
I never really watched it. I know my gay uncle's partner was really into it.
Vampire soap opera. Who wouldn't be?
Yeah.
How Anne Rice. But yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. They made a Johnny Depp movie about it recently, a remake. Yeah. I'm with you. We got to do a little reconfiguring of our backpack now because we have some items. Oh, see, look here, and I'm going to be really smart. I'm going to stop adventuring. I only have 2 spaces left in my backpack. No, I probably could. No, hold on. I'm not going to be really smart. I'm going to go for it. I shouldn't. I should be really smart. Let's be really smart, Rich.
You be really smart, Jack.
Okay.
Jack, why don't you be really smart?
I'm going to play it safe is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go really smart. So at any time you can leave the dungeon, it costs you 300 coins to leave the dungeon with all your stuff.
Oh my god.
And so I'm going to do that now so I can leave with all my stuff.
Does it cost you money when you die?
It costs you no money when you die, but then you don't get any stuff to sell.
Okay.
I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to play it smart. Oh, speaking of Peter Jackson, another nerd thing. Did you see the trailer for chat? Help me out here. The giant moving cities. The new Peter Jackson movie with the giant moving cities with Hugo Weaving. Mortal Engines.
No.
Oh my God, did that look bonkers?
Giant moving cities?
London is a giant city on wheels that eats other cities. And it's a movie that's happening, and it looks insane.
That sounds insane.
Yes, it looks so great. Mortal Engines.
Why do cities eat each other?
Right? It looks like every city has to be on wheels now for some reason because future, and like the London is trying to like be the only city, and so it's like destroying other cities and taking its inhabitants. It looks nuts, Rich. It looks absolutely nuts. I'm sure it should be. This sounds insane. It should be considered an anime. Says Hell Knight. And I'm sure it's based off of an anime or a manga or one of those. It looks so nuts. It looks great. I'm so excited. It looks like weirdo filmmaking.
All right.
It looks like the kind of like big filmmaking that we can do now because we have CG, and I'm super stoked. Okay, hold on. I want to invest in my town. I want this. I want La Retailière. You come to my town, La Retailière.
Hunchback Jack says,
Yup.
"Hey Jack and Rich,
Boop.
if you're planning to build a new PC, please, please, please." You're already shaking your head no.
Oh yeah, I assume.
What do you think?
They're gonna. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they are going to tell us specifically a component that we need to buy, or else the PC will be subpar.
No.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Please do PC build stream. I know they're not for everyone, but it's only one stream, and I love the others you did. Please consider. Please.
Oh.
That's all it was.
I assumed. I assumed whoever tipped that was going to be a big snot. Please, 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 you need this graphics card or else your computer is basically a paperweight.
You do know you could add a graphics card at any time. And what you're building, if you add a graphics card to it, probably a little bit more memory. I don't know what you eventually did with memory. It's a gaming PC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, if we had a decent graphics card, and we'd probably need a bigger hard drive. We have basically a backup gaming PC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. How about that? I should get all the parts tomorrow. Maybe I could do a Friday morning thing where I build it. I want it done by the thing is I want it done by Sunday. But I suppose we could always stream building it Sunday, but I don't know if it'll take that much, if it'll take enough time. But
I don't know.
I don't know. I will consider it. How about that?
What are you doing for operating system?
I'm in Windows.
Yeah?
Because
you're not going to play around with Linux?
I looked into it. XSplit does not have a Linux.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
OBS has a Linux run. And I was thinking about that because obviously getting a Windows key adds another $100 to our cost. But we've been using XSplit with very little problems.
I'm shocked they don't have a Linux version.
They don't have a Linux version.
All right.
So while I would love to mess around with that, and I worry, the other thing I worry about is like not only are we running a broadcaster off of it, it has to have the correct drivers for our microphones, for our cameras. It needs a lot of extra stuff that I would be very worried about running a different piece of software out of it,
Yeah.
You dig?
Dual boot? Well, okay, I'm not against the concept of dual booting, which is having both operating systems.
I understand what a dual boot is.
Yeah. I don't want to assume.
You're right.
It defeats the purpose of saving money by not having to get Windows.
Yeah.
At that point, you may as well just have Windows 7 on there. The only thing we're planning on doing with this is streaming from it. We're having a gaming computer sitting right next to it.
Yep.
With the gaming computer feeding into the streaming computer. So the only thing that's got to worry about processing from the stream is the streaming computer.
Right. That's it. Oh, you know what else we'll need? We will need a second Ethernet.
A second?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Well, because we need the Ethernet on the gaming PC.
Yeah.
To download games, and we need an Ethernet on the streaming PC to stream.
Yes and no. I mean, really, if we have shit downloaded before the stream,
yeah,
it's not an issue. You just unplug the cord and move it into the gaming PC to download the game. Well, unless Steam wants to have a fit about not being online before we use something, or if we want to play online, yeah, we will.
Yep.
Well, I'm assuming the motherboard has an Ethernet port. We just need another cable.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
No,
that's not okay. That's not a big deal.
Oh yeah,
not a big
that's what I meant. And I made sure I got one with an Ethernet port, so we don't have to worry about Wi-Fi or anything like that. But yeah, we'll have to run another Ethernet, which is just no big deal. But
Ethernet card. I'm assuming the motherboard has a fucking Ethernet port.
It does. I got one with.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, because of course I did. wishlist you anymore, but I do want to upgrade you. You're still on my wish list, and good there.
Yug1, which I still don't know. YGG. I still don't know how to pronounce that.
Okay.
I'm going with Yug.
I like it.
Yug1 says, Rich, do you guys have Wii? And if so, did you play Killer 7? It's a cult classic. Killer 7 was on GameCube, I believe.
It was.
And I'm aware of its existence, but I have not played it.
You know, neither have I. And I believe they are releasing it on PC soon.
Yeah. Well, I know it's a Suda game. I know it's going to be trippy as fuck, but I think it's just like a rail shooter.
Is it? I have no idea.
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea to play.
Maybe.
It's coming to PC this fall.
All right. I'm willing to check it out.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm sure it'll be interestingly weird because it's Suda 51.
Yes. Oh, here it is. He's the competitor. He just moved in. But I can also buy stuff from him. Items that I need for like upgrading my shit. I can also buy from him. Ooh, expensive. Mad Dog Hoek. I gotta figure out how that's supposed to be pronounced. I think it's Hoek. Hoek. Says, Stardew Valley is my moment of zen. Yes, I agree. I love it. Jack! What's your top 3 local craft beers? Well, I haven't been drinking much lately. I'm taking a little break. Yeah. But number 1 is MKE Brewing. I talk about them all the time. Yeah. Their Hop Freak and OG beer is some of my favorite beer ever. So MKE Brewing, numero uno. There's so many. We have so many craft beers. It's hard for me to even think of them. Lakefront's great. Or not yeah, Lakefront is that brewery that is like the safe microbrew. Like they have a spotted cow, and that means that's like a beer everyone can enjoy, even if they like shit beer. Like that's a nice light beer, everyone likes it. So Lakefront is a nice safe beer, and who else is local? There's so many. New Glarus, meh. They're not even local. I mean, they're Wisconsin, but they're not local. I'm talking about places that I could walk to MKE and Lakefront Brewing. So okay, that's local. That's local.
Look, I got no pony in this race.
Right. Oh, right. Where am I? I guess those are the two. Those are the two I really care about. Hey, can I buy a thing now? What do I need from you? Yeah.
So you got 2.
I got 2.
All right.
MKE Lakefront. MKE number 1 all the time.
So your third is then New Glarus by just default. You heard it, folks. New Glarus is in his top 3. They also go on to say, and Rich, I don't care what these floppy ass hats say. You're the best. That's a fine backhanded compliment. What's your favorite Enterprise design? I'm not going to go into this in too much detail because I talk about this all the time. It comes up a lot. The refit Enterprise slash Enterprise A, because they're basically the same design from the 80s movies.
Those are punchy.
Not just my favorite Enterprise, my favorite ship in science fiction.
Wow. I need you.
They're physically the same model. But didn't they make some minor alterations for the A, or am I nuts? So, are there subtle differences? I don't know. I don't know things. For one, the major difference is it says A. It's 1701-A.
That's the only difference you need to know.
The A has the disadvantage of not being the original Enterprise.
Oh, yeah.
The refit Enterprise from Star Trek the Motion Picture and Star Trek the Wrath of Khan, and that gets blowed up in Star Trek 3, has that added value emotionally just from being the original beloved Enterprise. Only a absolutely fucking gorgeous version of that ship. What about Farscape? It's a living ship. It's also an ugly ship. I love Farscape, but Moya's ugly.
Damn, dog. Okay, so here's part of the shopkeeping, right? I got this book here.
Yeah.
I got this Gollum book. I tried selling it for 1,000, and as you can see, 1,000 was way too much.
Yeah.
So, if I decide to sell it for too little, it sells and I get money, but I don't make as much money as I can.
But you might find more in the future, and then you'll have a price point.
Exactly, and so this is the tricky part of the game. I'm gonna see if maybe 500. We'll see if 500 is the right call for that book. Got the second table here. So we got some sword fragments. 150. Can get away with 200. Let's get away with 200. We'll make some money. I want to keep the jellies for now because you can use jellies to make potions. You got it 100.
Garrett Kelly says, "Hey guys, first time tipping. Just want to say that my favorite game series is Resident Evil, and my favorite snack while watching you guys stream are hot dogs with 2 kinds of spicy mustard on them. And Jack, I dip my corn dogs in barbecue sauce. Yum."
Why was that to me?
Did you say something about barbecue sauce at some point? Not liking it, maybe?
I'm okay with barbecue sauce on barbecue, I guess.
Okay.
I have no strong feelings about barbecue sauce.
Okay. I'm glad you like the things you like. Thank you for the tip.
It just seems weird that would be...
I think they just wanted me to go off of mustard.
Oh, that could be it.
That'd be my guess, but I don't know. Nah, it's cool. You like what you like, man. Not everybody likes the same things.
Oh, there's a thief. That guy's a thief.
How do you know?
He has a little thief mask when he comes into my shop.
Are you racially profiling?
He's wearing black, Rich.
That's his culture. That's what his people wear. It's his culture.
Oh, he stole it! Get out of here! Yeah, I do it! Steal my shit! I know, okay. And if people wait too long at the cash register, they leave. Stealing my shit. No, when people come in, sometimes they have a little bandit mask, and that means they're a thief.
Why the fuck would they do that?
Well, they do that because you have to man the register. If people wait in line too long, they get pissed, and as your customers grow and grow, you have to decide whether you want to take care of your customers or let them steal something, Oh shit, what did I let go for too cheap? Oh no, that's fine. Okay, that's too expensive. Alright, hold on.
Can you restock while this is all going on?
Yeah, you can. Well, if I had stuff to restock with. Alright, 1,000 is too expensive for this. Let's try 600.
Jack, in old stream, you talked about how much you hate barbecue sauce, but it was years ago. Oh well, I'll think of a better message some other time. Okay, I knew it was trying to get under our skin.
I guess.
I could sense it. My spider senses were going off.
Oh, fuck. I maybe I've softened my views on barbecue sauce a bit over the years.
I'm not super fond of it.
I mean, on barbecue, I am. If I got me some barbecue pork, I like a little barbecue sauce. I'm not a barbecue sauce fanatic. Wow. Okay, I really thought this was worth more money than it is worth. Apparently. How about 200? Who wants it?
You have another thief in your shop.
I know, and I'm right here. I'm watching him. I wish there was a way to scare him off. Like, get out of here. Get out of here.
Maybe you can hire a security at some point.
Ooh, that'd be nice. 200. Oh wow, this thing is worth nothing. This is a crystal rock.
Maybe you have to like forge it first or something.
Maybe. 50? 50 bucks? Give me any money for this fucking rock. Okay, 50 bucks. $50 is what it's worth. Gosh dang it.
Was that the happy price?
That was the happy price.
So I suppose he can't steal anything right now?
He could have stole. I have one rock on the table. He could have stole that, but yeah, get out of here, thief. Oh shit! Did I mislabel that?
Can he steal your register?
I'm gonna assume not, but I guess you never know.
Like, you have nothing to sell. Why are these people still here?
Well, because the shop's open. Now I'm gonna close it. Get out! I got nothing. Gives you a little rundown of what you sold, and then the popularity of the things that you sold, which is something that you have to keep track of, so you can know if you can charge more for the things.
Mr. Joshua TX says the heat index in Dallas today was 103.
Yeah.
Just wanted you to know that.
Thanks.
Also, how much to do a Critters 2 review? Like, did you watch the Critters review? It's basically a Critters 1 and 2 review. I mean, it's kind of been done. It'd be redundant. By the way, I watched the Critters review. I think it's my favorite episode of review.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
If you haven't watched the Critters review, it's great.
I have not watched the Critters review. There we go. All right, now we got some potions. I gotta get rid of that stuff in my backpack, and then we're gonna go back to the dungeons. Need some more of these red things. That's what I'm gonna be looking for.
Have we watched Chud? I remember that being in the video store all the time when I was a kid. I don't believe I've ever seen Chud though.
Yeah. I also have never seen Chud. I remember that being a very interesting encounter where I referred to someone as a Chud.
Yeah.
And when I referred to them as a Chud, I meant just kind of like a schlubby dude.
Okay.
Like, oh, that guy? Oh yeah, he's a Chud. Like, doesn't I am a Chud.
Okay.
Like, I don't necessarily dress up. I'm just kind of schlubby. Like, I don't, I would consider myself like, just shorts and a t-shirt. That's a Chud in my head, like a Chad almost, right?
Yeah.
I've always considered a Chud just like a generally schlubby dude. So like, I probably referred to us as Chuds. And Jay was like, what the hell are you talking about? Because, of course, he was talking about, what does Chud stand for?
It's in the chat right now.
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller, the movie Chud. And I was like, no, that's not what a Chud is. What are you talking about? And it was just a very strange encounter with Jay and myself, not understanding.
You weren't even thinking about the movie then?
I've never heard of the movie. I've never heard of the movie until Jay.
Well, I've never heard anyone use chud the way you did.
Exactly. It was weird.
You just pulled that out of your butt?
No, I've heard two people refer to normal looking dudes as chuds. I swear this is a real thing. I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
I've heard it,
You know what? That's just fine.
Does this thing give me bonus shit?
Also worth mentioning with Critters it was the director who did Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Bogus Journey's better. And that's the guy who did Thunderpants.
Which I've seen now. I've seen Thunderpants now.
Oh, what did you think? That's quality film.
Yeah, it's not bad.
For a movie about a boy who farts.
Okay, ready for it?
Yeah.
Ready for my big criticism of Thunderpants?
Uh-huh.
Too many farts. It got to the point where the fart wasn't even funny anymore.
I heard of the White Castle Crave Pack. Too many White Castles.
By the way, yes. Exactly. That's exactly it. Just too many. Ooh, I like these gloves. These are some smashing gloves. It's a normal thing. Yes, we got too much of everything. I brought it with me on a trip with a couple of family friends, and they have kids my kids' age.
Yeah.
And I thought that Thunderpants was going to be the hit of the night. Like, hey guys.
Yeah.
I brought a movie for us and the kids to watch, Thunderpants, and at first the farting, what it seemed like is that they weren't utilizing the fart jokes properly. Like he was farting, but the farting was never funny. It was just there.
You would have been the wet blanket in the Thunderpants episode.
I would have found something fun to say about it. I probably would have been. So there. It's fine. You know what? I'll take that. I'll be the wet blanket. I don't care. Oh shit. That's not where I want any of you.
Can you sell twigs for much?
No. You need
what kind of asshole buys a twig?
Usually I put the twigs in the sail or the root.
Okay.
In the sail, or you can take all of these and put them here, and it gives you a little bit of money for them. So I just got 7 gold for those 5 twigs. Which, you do with lower level items to make room for the good stuff. Which I'm doing now. I'll sell for a decent amount. You we're going to put up there. You sell for crap too. Get rid of you. These I want. Okay, great. Nice. Easy peasy. Nothing. Come in there. Boom. Great. Everything's great. Everything is great.
Are you sure?
No. Yeah, everything's great. I just got a pool.
When is Hollywood going to discover Rich Evans? Oh, they did. They just wisely decided to leave me alone. Oh, look at that.
What's that?
What's that? Oh.
Just leave him there. Leave him there, kids. Try not to stare. Ow. There. Great. We did it. We did it. What do we got? Ooh, nice. Need you. Need you. Oh, hello. Oh, I see. I see. I see what's going on here. Some of these guys, have conditions. Like this guy, he can only be on the left or right side of the bag.
What?
And this guy destroys one item in the direction that it's moving, so you want to put him on the bottom, or else he destroys another item. But like these vines don't sell for much, so I can probably get rid of them. And I have some health potions. So
and this is the warp trunk?
This is not the warp trunk. This is just a treasure trunk for defeating a room, so... I'm just finding places for my stuff in my backpack.
Okay.
So, but now things get very particular about where they can sit in your backpack. So there's like minor rearrangements that you need to do. Did that one already. Just things. There's things. Great. Everything's great. In this game, I'm really enjoying it, so that's good. This was another one. This was another one that I was thinking about stubbornly waiting for the Switch release. Because I like playing stuff on my Switch and I like playing mobile.
I know you like playing when you take a dump.
Well, also when I leave the house,
the only noticeable advantage of the Switch.
Or when I leave the house, which is only slightly more often than when I take a dump. I'll be honest with you. But this got pushed back till that nebulous sometime soon mark, and I was like, I just kind of want to play it now. And I do. I like it. But I can see this being a good Switch game. Ooh, new zone. What is this? Ooh, I've made it to a new zone. I've never been to Zone 3 before. One more item dropped by that strange jelly creature. This one is a little more straightforward than the mirror. Similar to our pendants, if given enough gold, we can portal to safety. But, and this is a big but, the portal remains open after use. Meaning one may travel back to this very spot they departed from. Ooh!
Is the dungeon the same every time?
No. No.
Why would you want to travel back?
Because this is the third level of this dungeon.
Okay.
And so instead of going through level 1 and 2, you can go right to the third to get the better treasure, I assume. Let us call it the Catalyst. Quick tip, Catalyst requires quite a bit more gold than our pendants.
Rich won't even acknowledge Project Hornet anymore. There's no news on Project Hornet. There you go. That's why I didn't address it. I saw you talking about it. I'm not blind, but I had literally nothing to share with you about it. So I chose to remain silent. Do you see?
They do. Yeah, no news. Sorry, we've kind of hit a wall with that, given time and Rich and I's resources. So, well, let's give this a try. How much more money does this cost? Wait.
What?
Where's my portal? Why did it go away?
Because it's day?
Ooh, maybe. Maybe that's it. Alright, let's see if I can buy what I want to buy. Need some armor.
Well, I wouldn't say it's scuttled just yet, so...
It's scuttled?
Dead.
No, it's. I mean, we've hit a wall that is going to be difficult to overcome. We're working on it. Is what I can say. We've hit a logistical wall. All right, you stay. You stay. This is a problem right now. This is the good problem of Moonlighter.
This turns out to be a very long bit. I'm gonna be mad. How many times have we said, both of us, that don't get too worked up about this Project Hornet?
Right.
Like, it's gonna be the most underwhelming thing, because we never said it was going to be, but...
Right, it's just something we don't feel like talking about until we have more information, and it's you people in the chat that keep blowing this up into a big deal when it's really not one. See, this is the fun bit of Moonlighter, Rich.
Yeah.
Some of these things can get me a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
But I need them for the stuff that I want to build to go into the dungeons.
Okay.
But I need that money to go back and forth, and so it has that give and flow.
Are there costs associated with running your shop? Do you need to buy food for yourself? Do you have rent? Do you have a mortgage?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh. Racketeer has a mortgage.
Oh.
It seems like the shopkeeping isn't a very important part of this game.
Is that the episode, Rich? Moonlighter?
Might be.
Moonlighter versus Racketeer?
Might be.
Ooh.
You said that, and I'm like very disappointed.
Why?
Because it sounds like the shop management it's not very detailed. There's no depth.
No, there's selling stuff. That's all there is.
Rich wanted food and a mortgage? Well, if you're going to make a game about running a business, expenses are a part of that.
Of course.
That's running a business.
That's the whole running the business side of running the business. Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be fun over realism. Then just make a game where you're a hero who explores dungeons. Why bother with the shop?
Right. I think part of the theming that they're going with Moonlighter is the fact that your character, so, a little bit of the story bit in the beginning of the game says that running the shop is more of an obligation to you. It's a shop in your family, right? Well, listen.
Okay, I'm listening, but I'm.
So, what I think what they're trying to go for is you as a character want to be an adventurer, but you run the shop out of an obligation, and so the theme that I think they're trying to go for is managing your time between your obligation and your passion.
Their theme is wasted premise.
Is wasted premise.
Wasted premise.
Well, I guess we know what our next episode is going to be. Because we got something to talk about. Alright, let's open this shop.
Chat, I can still be listening and not like what I'm hearing. You see.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, I just lost a high-level ranger in XCOM 2 Iron Man. Ow!
Very sorry.
Ow! I am. I tend to play aggressively. Rangers are the backbone.
Oh, sure.
The backbone of my team.
Haha, thief came in too late. Get out of here. XCOM 2 is the PS Plus free game of the month for anyone who is a PS Plus member. All right, get out. I got nothing else to sell.
There's an economic system inside the game. For example, if you sell a lot of something particular, it affects the other shops. Well, yeah, but other than getting in and out of the mine, money seems really unimportant.
Well, yeah, you need money to get the stuff. There is this whole town and shop upgrade system to get more people to your town, to upgrade your shop. You know, you get new stuff, this kind of stuff. Can I buy any of that? Ooh, I can. I can get an iron cash register.
XCOM 2 is less a tactics game and more a graveyard simulator. Hey, I've gotten through it once with no losses. It's really dicey at the end, though. I had at the end in the last mission when I won, I had a guy who was bleeding out, and no way to heal him.
Right.
No way to heal him. He was bleeding out. I'm like, God damn it, no! I'm gonna do it. Actually, no, it was two people bleeding out. I was getting my ass kicked.
But you made it to the end, so
they didn't die.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they didn't die.
Still counts. Still counts. Okay, do I have...
If I don't stream it, then it never happened.
I'm gonna agree with Rich on that one. Sometimes you gotta play them just for you, you know. Okay, maybe I did my portal wrong. My thing back? Huh. I might have done my portal thing wrong.
Christen my boat the Live Forever. You might live to regret that one. Second voyage. Crash into some rocks.
Nah, I think that's a reference to something.
I just want another epic rich marathon stream. Oh, look. A full playthrough of XCOM 2? That's more than a marathon stream. That's like weeks. A couple weeks of playing.
So chat, Chat, quick question. How do I use that other gem that gives me the thing that I want? How do I...
Tell Jack he used the necklace instead of the portal book.
Oh. I need to equip it like this. No? Nope. Did I just spend money on that? God damn it. I think I did.
Does that not take you where you need to go?
No, I needed to use this in the first place.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dang it. And I might have just spent money on that portal.
Can you close it and reportal somewhere else? Or are you just fucked?
I think I'm just fucked. I think I just lost money, but I'm gonna take it. Just gonna deal with it. Okay, so yeah, now I gotta get back to where I was and use the book. I get it now. That's fine. That's how we learn. That's how we learn. Sweet Jiminy Christmas.
Gabe Lee says, "Hey fellas, I'm participating in this year's 48-hour film project out of New Orleans for the 3rd time.
Nice.
What's your best/worst memories working on it yourselves? Any pointers? Thanks. Be excellent to each other." I don't know that I have any ranked worst or best memories. Pointers? We could probably do pointers.
We've talked pointers before. One thing that's really important is delegating jobs.
Yeah.
I know that was one of our issues the year of the Great Space Jam.
Mm-hmm.
Is, you know, we started brainstorming ideas, and everyone had great ideas.
Yeah.
But everyone had them, and we couldn't pick a direction to go in.
Yeah.
And so make someone your writer, make someone your director, make someone your actor. Like, just choose who's going to do what job beforehand, or else it turns into a bit of a clusterfuck.
That sounds like sound advice.
Yeah. And, just make sure you have a decent scope in mind, something you can shoot. But, no, have some fun. Those are great. I think there's good fun to be had in those.